Okay, I think we can get started. So welcome everyone to the NCS Next Hack 2021 launch webinar. We're very happy to be here with you today. My name is Sarah Hearn and I'll be your host. So on our agenda for today, first of all, we'll start with an opening speech by Damien Kopp, who is partner at NCS Next Products and Platforms. Then we will have an amazing keynote speech by our guest of honor, Chiara Longhi, who is Worldwide Innovation Advisory Lead at Amazon Web Services. After that, I will be explaining this challenge and showing you quickly how this platform works. We'll then have a Q&A session to end this webinar. And throughout the entire webinar, do feel free to drop your questions in the Q&A chat. We'll be getting back to you at the end of this webinar for all of your questions. So first of all, let me introduce our amazing speakers for today. We have Damien Kopp from NCS and we have Chiara Longhi from AWS. So Damien, I believe the floor is now yours for the opening address. So please go ahead, you can take it from here.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you very much and happy Friday, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the launch of NCS Next Hack 2021. I'm very excited about this launch, and today it's been months in the making, so it's a very exciting moment for myself and obviously for the team behind me who's been helping out. Whether you're NCS or friends of NCS, wherever you are, Singapore, Australia, Hong Kong, China, Philippines, India, thank you for being here today. And we'll start with a few thoughts on innovation. And you would actually wonder probably when you see this picture, how many times you think Thomas Edison tried and failed before perfecting the technology of incandescent light. And you would think maybe 100, maybe 1,000 times. He failed 10,000 times. And you know what Thomas Edison said once? He said, I have not failed 10,000 times. I have successfully found 10,000 ways that it will not work. So that leads me to the second quote. Winston Churchill defined success as the ability to move from failure to failure without the loss of enthusiasm. So how many times have you tried? How many times have you failed before giving up? I think persistent grit, tenacity, and probably a lot of craziness is at play here. Now, innovation is hard, but innovation can also come from anywhere, really. And interestingly, can be really hard to spot. So you see, Ken Olsen, the CEO of Digital Equipment, didn't see the personal computer coming in 1977. And then you see Ed Sander, the CEO of Motorola, didn't see the iPod coming. In fact, he was pretty angry about it, if you see the quote. Yes, screw the Nano. What the hell does the Nano do? Who listens to 1,000 songs? So you can see even the most innovative leaders and CEO have not seen some innovation coming right in their face. You have the CEO of Blockbuster in 2008, who said that neither Redbox or Netflix are even in the radar in terms of competition. You see, Steve Jobs himself has actually not seen the Kindle coming. He has failed to see actually what customer wants and needs actually were. And it's actually quite revealing, meaning that the best and the brightest minds here have been sometimes missing the point. And I think it's okay. What it means is really, to me, the way I read this is you have to keep an open mind, you have to stay humble, and that means there are tons of opportunities out there. Look around and see what is still left to be invented. Now, innovation is hard, innovation can come from anywhere, but innovation is fast, and it's actually faster and faster. If you think about it, it took only 7 years for Apple to become the world's largest music retailer, 18 months for Google Maps to erase 85% of the market cap of the top GPS companies at the time, and only 9 months for Alibaba Group to become the 4th largest money market fund. So again, innovation can come from anywhere, it can come really quickly, and the best companies even have been taken by surprise. So the need is what? The need is to not just transform and constantly transform, is constantly adapt. It's a new muscle that any business has to build or take the risk to disappear. So adapt by constantly innovating. So here's my question. Do you have such muscle? Do you want to have such muscle for yourself, the businesses around you, for your clients, for your customers? And that's really where, and the reason why we started the Next Hack. The Next Hack is NCS response to this need for constant innovation, constant adaptation, to actually keep innovating and keep being relevant. Now, you can resist change, you can embrace change, or you can be the change. And today, what we're asking you is consider being the change and driving such innovation by participating in this exciting initiative. We have picked for you 3 themes to help you think through the kind of innovations you can actually come up with: grow digital, 5G and AI, and sustainability. And I'll go over these 3 themes quickly. In the meantime, you can scan this QR code, start connecting to ncs.agorize.com, create your theme, create an account, create your theme, and pick a theme so you can initiate and register to this challenge at any point of time, and there'll be reminders, and the rest of the presentation will explain a bit more about it. So quickly, grow digital. The way we look at it is, the first point is how you connect people. Only 59% of the world population is already connected to the internet. So how you reduce the digital divide, how we connect people to actually make them part of that digital revolution. The second part is connecting systems. Get systems to talk to each other, especially for businesses. Or systems operating in silo are not helping to automate or streamline operations. Once these systems are connected, you get the data flowing. And when the data flows is when you start to unlock value. Access to information, end-to-end information, open data are key to close the digital divide. And finally, all of this comes down to building new experiences for customers and for businesses, and how you can reinvent the way people interact, communicate, live, and play using digital technologies. The second theme is about harnessing the power of 5G and AI. With 5G comes high-speed, ultra-low latency network, and that means a proliferation of data that will come at play. And that will unlock new use cases such as autonomous driving or augmented driving. It will unlock remote surgery, as we've seen it, and new use cases in healthcare. It will unlock new customer experiences, gaming experiences, and a new way to connect to people. In fact, it's bringing skills, people, and resources closer together, because the information will travel faster with 5G. It will travel faster than from the moment you feel the touch from the tip of your finger to your brain. And that allows a vast amount of innovations and new possibilities. And with this data being generated, which is more than 1.1 trillion megabytes a day, with more data needs more intelligence. Hence, we've lumped 5G and AI together, because with 5G will come new possibilities, but a lot more data. And we think AI will help actually make sense of it at scale. And I'll finish with the last one, delivering on sustainability results. You would have heard a lot about sustainability, and in many cases hasn't been followed very much in terms of actions. As innovators, and fast-moving innovation so far has often disregarded the impact on the air we breathe, the soil we get fed from, and the water we drink. Innovations have left profound scars on the planet and huge liabilities for our and future generations. So is there such thing as responsible innovation? Can we use technology to do good? Can we think about when we create something new about all the side implications of what we do and how we can help ourselves and our clients to actually start putting together definitive goals and plans to monitor and track their goals to achieve sustainability. So are you in? Are you with us? Again, 3 steps: connect to ncs.agorize.com, create a team, pick a theme, and you'll have 6 weeks to apply to the challenge. Thank you very much. And back to you, Sarah.
Thanks a lot, Damien. Thank you for the explanation of the challenge. I'll give you a couple of guidelines and info. So about the timeline, the categories and prizes, the submission requirements, and then also the selection criteria. And I will then show you the platform quickly so that you have a bit of an idea as well. You'll see it's really, really easy and straightforward. If you do have any questions, though, feel free to ask them on the Q&A chat and we'll get back to you later. Okay, so let me explain first of all the timeline. So the application phase for the hackathon will start from today and it will run until October the 31st. Then during the 6 weeks of application, you have a lot of different events, a lot of different things you can look forward to help you with your project. So you'll have keynote speeches, you'll have some fireside chats from industry leaders and thought leaders. You'll also have coaching and mentoring sessions to help prepare the teams with the application. And then we'll have to select the finalists on November the 5th. And the grand finale will be held on November 24th. We're not decided yet on the format. It might happen online or offline, but you will know this later on when we have more of an idea. You will have 2 categories that you can join. The first one is Entrepreneur Award. The second one is Innovator Award. What you can expect from them and the requirements from you are different. So for the Entrepreneur Award, you will win a 10,000 Singapore dollar cash prize per team. And also you'll be able to join the PNP incubation program. So what that means is you'll get a 3-month detachment in PNP, which will be extendable to 6 months if your product is promising. And you will have the time, the funding, the training, the mentorship and coaching to turn your idea into a product. Now, for the second category, the Innovator Challenge, you will win 5,000 Singapore dollars cash prize per team. And this one, your idea will be part of NCS product candidates, and another team might incubate the idea to turn it into a product so that you can see your baby become a fully grown business. And the objective of this hackathon is for every NCS employee to propose an innovative solution around the themes that Damien mentioned before and explained before, which are digital services, 5G and AI, and sustainability. Now, in order to participate, obviously, we will require for you to send some deliverables on the platform that I'll show you later. So on the deliverable side, there are 2 documents that you will need to submit. The first one is a presentation deck. So we will provide a template for you, which will be on the platform. I'll show you a little bit later. So you can download that template and use it as a guide for your proposal. Obviously, it's a guide, but you're encouraged to use it and include the key contents that are mentioned in your deck. For the other deliverable, you'll need to do a product mock-up. So format-wise, you actually are quite free to choose what you want to. You can either make some slides, you can make a video, an animation. So you're really quite free there. Optionally, you can also produce a 1-minute elevator pitch video. You do not have to, but obviously we encourage you to do so. It gives a better idea to the judges about what your idea is. For the teams, we also have some requirements. So they need to be made of a minimum of 2 people. 1 tech person, 1 business person. And if you're joining the entrepreneur category, as I mentioned before, you need to be willing to be detached for 3 months, possibly more in the PNP program. Then, as I said, the deadline of the submission is October 31st at 23:59 Singapore time sharp. So make sure that you are submitting your project on time. Then this is a couple of other guidelines to help you creating your project. This is what the judges will be looking for when they evaluate and judge the projects. So we have three main criteria: desirability, viability, feasibility. So I'll explain quickly what each of those mean. Desirability is you need to create a solution that the customers will really need. So you can think about a couple of things to have an idea if you're going in the right track with the opportunity, and what proof do you have that there is demand for the solution that you're creating. For feasibility, it's about creating a feasible solution, building on strengths of your current operational capabilities. So is the problem that you're tackling solvable? How have you proven in the past that you can solve it? Do you have the skills and experience to do so? What are the risks of failing to deliver? And what is the cost and what time do you need to build the solution? For viability, it's about creating a profitable solution with a business model that is sustainable. So the couple of questions there are: how will you make money? What are the revenue streams? From whom do you get the money? What's the client willingness to pay for such a solution? And what is the cost structure to develop the solution? How does our cost increase to generate incremental value? And then a couple of more things that you can consider when building your solution is the NCS right to play. So how does it align with the NCS overall market positioning and the value proposition? For example, B2B, telco, secure, reliable, scalable solutions, and also that's Singapore made. And also you can think about the next products and platform mandate. So differentiation, which means to offer an innovative, proven, scalable platform to help the clients accelerate their digital transformation. Diversification, increase NCS reach in new geographies, industry verticals where NCS has a limited presence, and enable new high quality revenue streams. And then the last one is growth. So contribute to NCS growth in a 2 to 3 year horizon. So you can consider all these things when building your solution, and this is what the judges will be looking for when they evaluate. So this is a quick reminder. So on this slide, you have this QR code. You can use this to access the platform, so please use it. And now I am going to do a quick platform walkthrough so that you have an idea of how this platform works and what you need to do to create an account. You'll see it's actually very simple. So Christina, you can stop the screen sharing if you want, and I will take over. Okay, so I am normally guessing that you should all see my screen now. So this is the platform of the NCS Next Hack 2021 challenge. This is what you access when you click on the link that we shared with you before, or when you access through the QR code. So as you can see here, you have on this platform all the information that I was explaining before in even more details. So feel free to browse through it. You can see here you have the brief with a summary, you have timeline and guidelines. You have an explanation on the categories that I showed you before and the prizes, also all the dates for the different webinars and fireside chats that you'll be having. There's an FAQ with the most asked questions and the challenge rules, and then also the teams, which I'll show you in a bit. So that's for what you access at the beginning. And then if you want to participate in the challenge, you have this blue button here that says participate. So you click there, and you will be asked to create an account. So it's really quite simple. You'll be asked for your first name, your last name, your email. So I will just input here a dummy email, and then you'll be asked to add a password. Then you have to accept the terms and services of the platform and the privacy policy. And if you want to browse through them, you can click on the link here directly. So then once you've done that, you click next, and you will have to choose your profile. So if you're an NCS employee, you click this, and then you can continue, and you will have a list of user fields here that you have to fill in. As you can see, it's really not much. So check that you're over 18 years of age, then the country that you live in, that you can add in here, your phone number, the department within your company, your skills. This is important. I'll show you afterwards for the team when you're creating a team, and then your company entity. So once you've done this, you click on next, and then you will have to confirm your email. So go to the email inbox of the email that you've input. You'll receive a confirmation email with a link that says confirm your address. So you can click on that link, and then you will have to finalize your account creation. So I'll show you what that looks like. So essentially, you will then fall back on the platform. You have this pop-up with the challenge rules, so you can go through all the challenge rules here. And once you've gone through all these, you click here in this box at the bottom, agree to the rules of the challenge, then you click on next. And then you have to choose whether you want to join a team that exists already or if you want to create one. So for the sake of this, I'm going to decide that I want to join a team. And then you will fall back onto this team tab that has all the teams that exist right now on the platform and that you can apply to if you want. So you can have team names, you have a bit of info, you have info on the team members, and you can choose either to chat with the teams if you're interested and you want to learn more about their project. So you have this chat box that comes up here. And if you're interested, you can click on apply. And once you've clicked on apply, one of the team captains of that team will receive your application and they can decide if they want to let you join the team or not. And then if you want to create a team, I'll also show you how that works. So you then click on create a team. You have to choose your team name. So I'll call it test. And then you can optionally choose to add a recruitment ad and the skills that you need. So obviously we really recommend that you actually do input those because it makes it easier for people to know what you're looking for. It's also easier for you to recruit. Then you can add a team cover, so something that represents your team. It's also optional. We also recommend doing it though. And then choose the category that you want to compete in. So grow digital, AI, and 5G or sustainability. And then you can invite external people if you want to invite them. You can also skip this if you want to. And once that's done, you will fall onto your participant account. So this is what it looks like once you finish your registration. So the first tab that you see here is participation. This is where you'll have to submit all your documents. So as you can see, you have an explanation first of what you need to submit. So you can read through that. You have your team name, an image to represent your team summary, the category that you've applied to. Then if you want to either be an innovator, entrepreneur, as we explained before, and here we have all the documents that you have to submit. So this is the pitch deck, and we were mentioning the template before. So this is where you can click to download this template, and you add documents by clicking this and either drag and drop in, or you can select a file from your computer. And you then can do this for the 3 documents. The elevator pitch again is optional. Once you've done all that, you can check that your PDF is in English, that it displays properly, and you can submit. If you submit within the application phase before the deadline, you can always go back to what you've submitted and you can edit it if you want to. You can also preview, which we recommend doing to check that everything is displaying properly. Now, you also have some other functions here in your participant space. So the first one or second one is team, where you can access the information from your team. So you have all your team members here and your team details here. So this was what I was showing you before. When you create your team, you can change the recruitment message and the skills needed if you want to, also the image. Now you can see here, obviously I'm alone in my team, which won't do because we need to be at least 2 people to be able to join this challenge. So if you want to hire and not just wait for applications, you can go hiring via this application tab. So as you can see here, you have all the people who have created an account on this platform who are available to hire that you can browse. You can browse their profiles. And you can also either chat with them if you want to learn more about them, or invite them directly to join your team. Now you have this percentage thing here on the right side. This shows how compatible the people are with your team. So based on the skills that you've put in, based on your team project, these people will also have to input skills that they have. And so this is how this percentage is calculated. If someone like functions with your team, they'll have a higher percentage here. And up here, you can also view your pending applications, so people who've applied for your team, and also pending invitations, so people who've already sent an invitation to join your team. Then you have this workspace. So this is a collaborative space for your mentors. So when you're paired with a mentor, you'll be able to exchange documents through here. Essentially, it's like if you want to exchange document drafts and you want your mentors to review them, they can then send it back with their feedback, and you can go through things together like this. So you can, again, drag and drop a document here and enable your mentors to view it. And finally, you have here the admin space. So this is mentors and admins. Right now, I'm not paired with a mentor, so no mentors appear, but once you are paired with them, they will come up here as well. Right now, if you want to send a message to the admins, you can by clicking this. And then you have the chat box that comes up here to contact the admins. So basically, the admins is for any general question you have about this challenge. You also have the possibility to discuss with your team through a video room. So this is your designated team video room. You just need to click on it and you can just join your chat room easily. It has all the typical features such as screen sharing, chats, etc. And you can also control your account, and you have an easy access to the chat. So you have here the chat box with an easy access to the different chats that you have. So you have the admin chat here. This is your team chat with only your team members. And this is your hiring chat. So for any people that you're trying to hire that are not in your team yet, you also have a designated chat here. You can also change your notification settings if you want to. So decide what you want to receive notifications for by email or on the platform. We recommend to keep this minimal so that you don't get too overwhelmed with email notifications, but it's ultimately up to you to decide. And here you can edit your profile if you want to. So that was it for a quick explanation of this platform. Obviously, we encourage you to create an account and go through everything and just test it out for yourself, which is ultimately the best way to learn how to use it. But as you can see, it's actually really easy to use. Okay, so now I just want to introduce you quickly to the team managing this challenge. So first of all, for the NCS team, you will have Deepak and Clarice, who will be facilitators for this hackathon, and Anne, who is the coordinator. From the Agorize side, you'll have Radhika, who will be available as well if you need anything. And you can also always send an email to pp@ncs.com.sg, but you can also reach out to us via the platform once you've created an account. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining this. So I hope everything's been clarified, that you're clear, but it's now time for the Q&A session. So if you have any questions that you want to ask us, feel free to ask and we'll be happy to answer here. So let's have a look and see if we have anything. Okay. So it seems like we don't have any questions right now, but feel free, if you have anything, you have a couple of minutes to share. Damien, maybe, is there anything you'd like to add on your side?
No, nothing to add. I think, again, any question at pnp_inquiry@ncs.com.sg. We have a team ready to respond to all your questions and help you navigate the application process and assemble your team. So yeah, feel free to drop us a note, contact any of these guys as well directly for any question. Yeah, I don't see any question in the Q&A, so I'm hoping it was clear. So please do create an account and start creating your team, inviting team members. Remember, it's open to your friends as well outside of NCS. The only ask is it has to be an NCS-led team, but you can actually add people from outside the company to apply, and even later on to join the incubator, and we'll help answer some questions around that when time comes. Another important point is we have planned a number of weekly events between now and the submission. They are panels, discussion panels with industry leaders, senior industry leaders that will be talking about digital transformations, 5G and AI, sustainability, to help you also think through how other businesses are looking at these different themes, and help inspire you some of the ideas that you may have already. And talking about the ideas that you have, think about the client you meet, the daily frustrations you may have yourself as a customer, as a consumer. Think about the projects you work on and what could be replicated to other businesses as well. Think about the projects and the IP you may have created already that could be reused and that could be scaled up. So there's, I think, a lot of opportunities to find these ideas. And again, any question, we're here to answer them.
Damien, since we still have quite a few unanswered questions for Chiara, do you maybe want to take over with a couple of those? And we have a bit of time, so feel free to.
Let me see if I think a lot of them were targeted for Chiara, actually, not so much for me. So let's see what I can take. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of what I see here, again, I guess Chiara has answered, I guess, the Amazon way of doing things. I guess maybe just a few thoughts on how we're trying to do it here at NCS and building out, I think, a culture of innovation, a culture of failure, a culture of trying is really what we intend to start today, and we intend to do. And not just start, it's been started already in many aspects, but continue to grow and learn, right? How we can accelerate this part. And as far as next products and platform is concerned, it's really about able to add new products to the portfolio. And that's why there have been, I know, a few initiatives in the past where we start, these hackathons, and you spend a lot of time to create and articulate your ideas, and you feel like nothing happens next. The purpose really of this event today is we have now a structure in place. We have a structure in place within products and platform to host these teams, to fund them, to mentor them, to coach them, to train them, to actually bring their ideas to life. And we were not ready so much last year, and I know we did a bit of a first trial last year. This year, that's the purpose of this grand opening, if you want, is that we are ready and we are very excited about welcoming new team members, new product ideas in PNP. All right, so I think I'll move on, Sarah, if you don't mind, to the very last slide. I have to help my friends here from the transformation office who have reminding me that I have now a captive audience, to just check your email. It's been sent out already, the AEIOU series, to create a post on LinkedIn and tag a friend with one of the beliefs that is close to your heart, and to encourage all your colleagues to do the same. All right. And with that in mind, I think we will close the session. If you don't mind moving on to the final slide. So you have the link, you have the QR code to connect to the platform. And we want to thank all of you today to join this session. Wish you a happy weekend, and a big thank you to Chiara, our guest of honor, the Agorize team to support us and lead the session today. And specifically, Anne, Clarisse, Deepak, Apolline, Paolo, Sunil, Seren, Gwynthia, Howie, Stephen, Sami, and the entire senior leadership team to support us in this initiative. And we're looking forward to the next events, exciting events that are coming up in the next few weeks. Thank you very much, and everyone have a good weekend.